Before we get started, this MHD off-the-shelf map is for unlocked ECUs. This is a 2020 Supra with a late 2019 DME, so it is able to be flashed. And they have their top rating on the horsepower, 470 horsepower on that stage 2 map. That would be with an E30 ethanol blend. So the lower the octane rating, the lower the horsepower. Let's see what we can get out of this. Hey, welcome back guys. You're watching the Evil X channel. So on the Supra, currently I'm running an MHD off the shelf stage 2 map. So to get that to run, you need a aftermarket downpipe, whether you're catless or high flow catalytic converter. Then you can run that stage 2 map. Now MHD has that listed up to 470 horsepower, but there are different octane ratings. So you can go with a 91 variant of the map, 93, 95 octane, or E30 blend. Now I would like to eventually do an ethanol blend for E30, but first of all I would like to get an ethanol analyzer of Visconti Flex Fuel Kit so I can more accurately measure my ethanol content. But I was also interested in trying out the 95 octane and see if there's a difference on that. So this isn't going to be super scientific, guys. We're just going to use the sports display. So the menu on there on the screen actually tells you the horsepower that it's currently producing along with the torque. And with our butt dyno results, see if there's any difference between our 91 octane, which is all that I can get here in Utah, or the 95 octane. So what we got here is some Boostane. So that's some octane booster basically. Now I had heard that this can cause some like orange residue to develop on your spark plugs and in your exhaust system. I just read on their website again, they claim that it's not detrimental to performance, but something to keep in mind. Also, we're just gonna be using a very small amount. You'll see what I'm talking about once we get into measuring it. So we'll just try it a couple times, see how it goes. So I'm not too concerned about that, but I am aware of it. Again, I would like to go with the ethanol blend later down the line, but for science, let's try this out, right? So we'll use the sports monitor. We'll do a before, so with the stage 2 as it is with the 91 octane and with the sports display, see what it is measuring as far as horsepower and see where we get to. So let's take a look of where we're at right now. You like Supra content, that's why you're here. When you get done watching this video, browse through the other videos on my channel and see if any of those interest you as well. And consider hitting that subscribe button. It really helps out the small YouTuber a lot, and I appreciate it. We got Supra content and we got WRX content. Thanks for being here. So with only having the 91 octane, we're gonna be on the lower end of the spectrum as far as the horsepower. But let's see what the sports display tells us once we get going. Here's the Boostane mixing chart. So what you want to do is in the column with your starting octane, you want to match that to your desired octane. So they're going to be color matched, for example. So I'm going to have 91 in the light purple, and I want to go the 3 steps over to the matching the same color, light purple, from 91 to 95. So what is the amount we're gonna need? So ounces per gallon, this is the professional. So on that row, it's just gonna be 0.26 ounces per gallon. So if we look, what's the fuel capacity? GR Supra, just making sure, is 13.7 gallons. So if we just do some quick math, that is going to be our 0.26 ounces per gallon times 13.7 gallons. So to get the whole tank to that 95 octane, we're just going to need that 3.56 ounces for the entire tank. So we'll round up to about 4 ounces, put that in, and see if we can get our 95 octane out of it. So first of all, get one of your mom's nice measuring cups. This one has a 2 ounce mark right there, so we'll do 2 of those, get to our 4 ounces of the Boostane. I'm just gonna put it in my ethanol measuring container so that way I can take it with me easily to the gas station, then mix it in after I pump in the 91 octane and easily get it in there while at the gas station. Now let's put the car in diagnostic mode. I am going to buckle my seatbelt. That way the car knows I'm in here and won't time out on me, hopefully. Okay, car's off. Then foot not on the brake. Push the start stop button 3 times. All right, diagnostic mode. Let me switch over to the phone. We'll go into the MHD software and I'll show you the different maps on there. Now we're on the phone, we are in the MHD map. Let's connect it to our OBD2 adapter. See if we can get that. Then, now we're connected. Let's see what our maps are. Flash an MHD map. So I'm on stage 2, upgraded downpipe. So we're on 91. Let's try 95. 95. Getting some messages while it's flashing, that's normal. Success. All right, I've driven the car about 11 miles to get the new fuel flowing through the system before we give it the beans. So also we are at 4,500 feet elevation and it is 95 degrees Fahrenheit. So let's see if we can make any power. Hell, 15 extra horsepower is 15 extra horsepower. So I just did a few pulls of wide open throttle on this and measured it with the sports display. So first we did the 91 octane and that was what showed up to 412 horsepower. Then with the Boostane, it got up to 427. So there's our 15 horsepower. Did I feel the difference in the butt dyno? Not really, but it's cool to see that the sports display does actually show the difference, that it is making a difference. So I found that really interesting. The torque was suspiciously low. I think it only showed up to 340 foot-pounds. Most of the professional dyno runs I've seen with similar setups, your torque is above your horsepower rating. So you're usually putting down more torque than horsepower. But again, this is just the sports display. This was just for fun to see how it went. You know, if you were to have this thing consistently dyno ran, you know, I'm sure you could get much higher numbers on the horsepower and torque, but this was just something to do by yourself and see what results we came out with. So it made a difference. Am I going to continue to do that? Probably not, just having to mix the fuels. it did make a little bit of a difference, but I don't think it's worth having to mix all the time. But interesting to see the results. One video that I thought was really cool, National Speed did a fuel comparison for the Supra, including the Boostane. And so they actually poured a whole shit ton of that in. So rather than just like the 4 ounces I was using, they boosted all the way up to 107 octane. So that was over half a bottle, like 16, 17 ounces to get it up to 107 octane. And they were pulling 500 wheel horsepower with that fuel. So that's pretty crazy. They are also testing out ethanol content and some race fuel. Cool video, I'll link that below. But of course, they are also dynamically tuning the car as they are going through that process. So I'm just using an off-the-shelf map, so it's not like you can just pour a whole bottle of Boostane in and get your octane rating through the roof and expect to be able to see the results of that without an accompanying tune for that to work with well. So it's just kind of interesting to see the results and have fun here testing out this stuff. So if you guys like Supra stuff, I know you do, so that's why you're here. I appreciate you watching the video, and if you enjoyed it, browse through the other videos on my channel and see if those interest you as well. Thanks for watching. Till next time, I'm out.